I'd be getting yelled at by my chef right now. Clean as you go, stop using all the towels. You guys aren't using this, right? Today I'm going to be showing you how I make a rice bowl with MacroPlate's a-la-carte ingredients. This a-la-carte comes with 4 servings. I'm just going to make 1 serving for myself today. So I'm going to start with my leeks. I took 1 leek and I cleaned it. So I just sliced off the root and sliced off the really dark green parts of it and then sliced it in half and just rinsed because leeks can be kind of dirty. So I'm just going to start by slicing my leeks. Leeks are amazing to me. I feel like they're the most underrated ingredient. People don't use them enough. It's kind of like a cross between an onion and a garlic. All right, cool. So instead of using oil today, I'm gonna keep it light, keep it tight, and I'm gonna use a little bit of avocado spray. This, using a little bit is if you just use a tiny bit, it's 0 calories, but if you use just a little spray, it has a little calories, but it's still less fattening than oil. So I'm just gonna do a nice little spray of that. I'm gonna start with my leeks. Kind of had this at medium high. So I have half a shallot here. Slice off the end and then peel it, and then I just sliced it lengthwise. Keeping the root intact kind of helps with that. But I'm just gonna slice it today instead of dice it. I'm just gonna do some nice slices. And I'm gonna add that to the leeks. And now I'm gonna do a little garlic. So all I do for the garlic is I just give a little smash with the side of my knife, take the peeling off, and instead of dicing today, I'm actually gonna slice it too. I'm gonna give some nice slice of garlic. And I'm gonna wait just a second to add that until my leeks and everything start to saute a little bit longer. Give a little stir. So another thing is scallion, green onion. A lot of times you can use the dark green parts to garnish, slice the top parts to garnish. I'm actually gonna slice that part off and I'm gonna use that to garnish. And I'm gonna use the inner parts and I'm gonna add this as well. The inner parts of the scallion are super aromatic and have so much flavor. As you can tell, I love onion and garlic. These mushrooms look so good. I love portobello mushrooms. This is so exciting that I don't have to do the hard parts of this and make it so much faster for me. Just gonna give a little slice, and I'm actually gonna dice them. I'm gonna give them a nice chop. I'm actually gonna saute my mushrooms for just a second in my cast iron. All right, got my mushroom in there. I'm gonna just start prepping my steak. Oh yeah, perfectly grilled steak. And I don't have a grill at home, so this is extremely perfect for me. I'm gonna dice my steak too. You could also leave it sliced, but I'm gonna do a little dice because I want every bite of my rice bowl to get a little piece of nice charred steak on it. All right. So now that my mushrooms are getting a little bit of color, you can smell. I'm just gonna add a tiny pinch of salt. Mushrooms release a lot of liquid, so I'm just gonna get that flavor back in there, and I'm going to fold those back in with the leeks. Essentially what we're doing is we're building flavor. So a lot of times people are I'm gonna throw it all in at once, but take your steps, have everything cooking, and it really develops a really nice flavor. And while these are still doing their thing, I'm gonna add my garlic. Garlic and scallion cook a lot faster than all the rest of the stuff. So if you don't want everything to burn, you can kind of coarse it out a little bit. Cool, so now I'm gonna just spray a little bit more my cast iron and throw my steak on there. And since I'm leaning towards a lot of Japanese Asian ingredients, I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce to my steak. Just a tiny touch, just after it gets a little color on the outside, I'll do that. I'm also gonna add just a little bit of soy sauce to my leek mixture as well. Maybe half a teaspoon or so. Smells like a hibachi restaurant. Hibachi? Hibachi? Oh, all right. I'm not touching my steak. I'm gonna really try to let the cast iron get that color on there. I don't wanna I don't want to serve it too overcooked, but I want it to have a little char on the outside, because that's how I like my steak. Like, you do you. All right, we're checking on this steak. Oh yeah. Get a little browning on there. I'm gonna do it for just a little bit longer. I always set the smoke alarm off in my house when I cook steak, because I like to do it in a cast iron, super hot. The fact that I don't actually have to full-blown cook this steak right now is lovely, because I don't have to set my smoke alarm off, you know? That's lovely. So while this is waiting, I'm actually gonna do my rice now. I'm gonna fold in about a cup of rice out of this mixture. About a cup. Yeah, looks like a cup. Mix it in there. So for me, this is actually more of a veggie bowl with a hint of rice. All right, I'm gonna add my steak in now. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna set my cast iron to the side for just a second, because I wanna use a non-stick to do my egg. So I'm gonna let that pan just get a little hot. All right. Now I'm gonna add my egg. A little non-stick. Okay, I broke the egg. I broke the egg. I broke the egg.
What do you mean you broke it? Just use another one and just start.
Yeah. It's okay. We don't, oh, you know what? No, I'm coming back from this.
Okay.
I'm gonna saute this and we're going, I know what we're doing. We're improvising. I didn't shut the fridge. It's really heavy. Okay. Things are happening. It's getting hot in here. We're gonna hit the egg with some salt, and we're doing scrambled egg straight into it like a proper fried rice. I don't know what I was thinking with this fried egg business. I'm obsessed with fried eggs. Oh yeah. Nobody is even missing a fried egg at this point. I'm still missing the fried egg. All right. Now we have that. I'm gonna take this off the heat. Oh baby. I'm gonna plate now. All right. We have everything we need. Everything is done. Super easy. And I'm going to do this steak fried rice bowl right in here. Oh yeah. This is the good stuff. Trying to get every last bit, but my arm's about to break. Okay. All right. And then the final touch, since I was so good about not using any oil or a lot of oil while I cooked, because it's pretty calorically dense, I'm going to use just a little bit of my homemade chili oil that I'm obsessed with. I really like spice. I'm just gonna try to dig at the bottom here and get a lot of just like the really good stuff and not go too crazy on the oil. But this is just a little bit of crispy garlic, and you know, you can buy this at the store, but I like to make my own. And I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit on there. And then final touch is just garnish with a little bit of the ends of those green onions. And call it a day. Yes, I'm excited about this. Here is my steak portobello and sushi rice bowl with fried egg. This is it. Okay, let's try it. Oh, my chili oil. I'm not gonna use that spoon because I will die. It's gonna be very hot, but not a little. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Okay. I'd be getting yelled at by my chef right now. Clean as you go, stop using all the towels. You do nothing right. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't belong here. Okay. You guys aren't using this, right? Okay. All right, going in for the kill. Oh yeah. Yeah. So good. Everything is cooked perfectly. Like I barely had to really do anything to the portobello, the steak, and the rice. Makes everything so conveniently easy to make an amazing dinner. And also, like, if you wanted to double this and then save some for lunch the next day, or mix it up and actually add that fried egg for breakfast. Like, super easy ways to make the MacroPlate a-la-carte ingredients super easy and versatile for yourself to make your life easy and convenient. This is delicious. I'm gonna go eat this now. head downstairs and share with my friends. Okay, I'm done.